run our X-Man script, so it'll just do this automatically. There it goes. But just to, in case everybody's getting confused, the purpose of this burn is to affect our trajectory. So we come in around the moon, we're going to come in really close. And then I got a further burn here at periapsis to bring our periapsis down into something sane. But I want to get a near space flyby. That's what this is about. Like things aren't complicated enough. Oh, that's Michael O's, what's it? Michael O's derelict. We're going to be saying goodbye to that. How far are we from Kerbin? Where's Kerbin? Losing track. There's Kerbin. Further than any Kerbal has gone before. Take that, Jebediah. How are our radiation? Notice we're getting a bit of a radiation warning. They are still at 2% of their radiation dose. No kind of shielding against radiation on this ship. Okay, let's see how that turned out. So we're coming in. Let's focus on the moon. Coming in towards the moon. Is this our first? Oh my gosh, this is in a day and 4 hours, and that's in a day. What is this? I'm getting so confused as to what's what. Oh, one of them's... What is this trajectory I see here? Why are there two? Moon encounter. Moon encounter. I don't know. Put that right on periapsis. I would like this periapsis to be into the atmosphere. Can I do that? That's affecting it. Just need to be more. Oh, it's not. That's as low as it's going to get. Okay. We'll affect our trajectory after we're through. Get it as low as it can be, though. There we go. That's it. Alright, so that burn's coming up in a day and 4 hours. This must be our original trajectory, but why is it still here? Oh, because we have it selected as a target. Okay, never mind. That's fine. This is Michael's derelict, and it's because we have it selected as a target. That's why. That's what I'm seeing there, and I don't care. I don't care. That can soar off wherever it wants to. So, opening up alarm clock. Be crossing the moon's SOI once again for a second time for Bill. In 1 day and 2 hours. In the meantime, Jebediah and the other Michael are going into the atmosphere. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm having fun. I hope the people watching are having fun. But I am having fun. Okay, we don't need KOS for this. So, here's... I did this so quick. Oh my god, what a mess. I did this so quick that I didn't really explain it. But I do want to try and practice aerobraking into a low Kerbin orbit, because at some point what I like to have are space stations around the moon and Minmus and Kerbin, and having runabouts that go between them. And when you're coming back from the moon or Minmus, aerobraking into low orbit so you can rendezvous with a station that might be there is super great. Like, it just saves you so much fuel. So I want to practice doing that, but what's the advantage of doing it with this vessel is this vessel has parachutes, this vessel has a blader. So if things start to go wrong, I can just stage and bail and just descend down to the surface. So I'm thinking this might be a good thing to test my aerobraking ability. Now if I focus this on Kerbin, you can see here Trajectories putting in this trajectory here. And then it's predicting... What is my periapsis at? 45 kilometers. I'm a bit confused why... Let's open up Trajectories. Here's Trajectories. Trajectories should be showing me a predicted path, and I think it is, but I don't think it's any different than the orbit I'm on now, and that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go into Info here, Show Trajectory. We might just kind of do this. That's not relevant. We're going to be going in retrograde. Do I need to show more patches? I don't know. I think Trajectories is somehow confused. It is it should be showing a trajectory that's quite a bit lower than this for the predicted orbit after we go through the atmosphere. I've done this so many times, but I got a feeling. Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, there it is. I took the cache off. I don't know what difference that made. So there's my predicted orbit. That is actually pretty intense braking. That's with a periapsis of 45. It should be. That should be okay. And what I really want to do if I put the radiation belts in here is, actually I don't like that. Because, oh no, actually it's not bad. Here's the inner belt. That's a bad radiation zone. This is the outer belt. This is a bad radiation zone. I want to spend as little time in those two belts as I can. And actually, I like this orbit because its apoapsis is between the two belts. So I'm actually going to go with this. I'm going to go with what I see here. So we're going to close off Trajectories. And we're going to time warp down there towards the atmosphere. And we're really, really, really going to hope everything goes well. These guys also have a contract to spend a week in space, by the way. And they're already 3 days in. So they've been, at least they're not bored just sitting around in low orbit. Oh, I'm getting time warp slowdown because I set this alarm. That was an alarm to warn me before I got into the atmosphere. Now let's go down. And again, I really want to make sure I do not over time warp this. And I can see my computer slowing down. That might be what that cache is about. That's so turning on this significantly. Like if I turn this on, my computer slows right down. You can see the frame rate drop. So turning on that use cache. So okay, that's okay. So I don't need to. That's cool. So this is a way of not having it continue to calculate all that stuff. So it's a memory saver, resource saver. Now it's time. Now the frame rate's way better. Okay, so we're gonna come down here. And we are crossing a radiation belt again. What are their... They're at 3% of their radiation exposure. So they're tough. Kerbals are tough. They're okay. Okay, we're going to put this on retrograde. We're going to put that on the surface retrograde. Going to lower this antenna so it doesn't snap off. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to worry about. These are the dumb batteries I place. These batteries are in a dumb spot. Like when this thing descends, these batteries are going to probably blow up. I don't know what I was thinking about with that. Alright, and this might or might not be kind of scary. Hopefully the not part of it. But I gotta be ready to stage in case this does get scary. Alright, just about in the atmosphere. Okay, so the idea is not to descend down to the surface. The idea is just to use the air to slow me down and eventually get myself down into a low orbit about Kerbin cheaply. Now we're about a minute away from periapsis. And once we pass periapsis, we stop going down, we start coming up. and things are a lot less scary. Okay, here we go. And, oh, what are the temperature gauges? Is it F10? No, they're on it by default, are they not? I think they are. Okay, so we're getting some flame stuff, but no temperature gauges yet. Oh, now we're getting temperature gauges. They are on, I suspect, the ant engines. Engines are pretty tough. They can stand the heat. So if it's the engines that are the hottest, oh, we're getting an overheat warning on the Terrier engine. As long as that doesn't fill right up. We are 20 seconds away from periapsis. Again, once we pass periapsis, we start going back up and things are less scary. Oh, I'm seeing a temperature gauge up here. Oh, those are the batteries. My idiot placed batteries. Those batteries might not be long to live. They are looking really scary. Okay, we just passed periapsis. We're now on our way back up. So the heating's going to get better from here on in. But man, those batteries getting close to exploding. But you can see the whole point of this is that I'm bringing down my apoapsis. But apoapsis is now down to, what about, 1,400 kilometers? It's come down a lot. It was up and around, well, we got out to the moon, so it was up to 12,000 kilometers. So it has come down. It's a tenth of what it was before. Again, at no fuel cost, just by using drag. No. This Coyote says last week I didn't want to send my Kerbals to the moon in unpressurized capsules. These are pressurized capsules. I unlocked pressurized capsules. They have. I can show you. Oh wait, actually I can show you better here. See, pressure control. Pressure control is running. So these are pressurized. They can live outside of their spacesuits. All right, so we are now safely out of here. Let's take look at that. That is a beautiful. I guess this was my projection here. So I like that's really nice. All right, so let's just get ourselves the rest of the way out of here. Nice job, Jeb and Michael. Are both Michael? Yeah, both these two are pilots, and both my other ship, they're both engineers. So it's a competition between pilots and engineers as to who is doing the cooler of the two missions. And I gotta be honest, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, Bill is flying by the moon twice, and got there first. Jeb is the first person to be doing aerobraking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cache off. And it should be... Oh! So on my next pass, it is predicting me landing in the ocean over here. That is not cool. I don't want to do that. So what I would like to do is do a maneuver out here at apoapsis. How far are we from apoapsis? 26 minutes. Where is... Okay, Bill's more than a day away from the moon. Okay, so we're going to put the cache back on. Delete this maneuver. We won't use a maneuver for this. Let's get out here towards apoapsis. Again, we're crossing a radiation, but we're not in radiation belts now. So this is a nice, happy zone for them. Outside of these radiation belts. I don't know. You know what? This is such... No, I'm debating what to do here. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to... How much Delta V I got left? I got 687 left. This is such a nice, happy zone for them in this between the two radiation belts. I was going to just raise my periapsis a little bit to do one more aerobraking pass and put my apoapsis in to this zone. No, into this zone below this first belt. But to be honest, they are in such a nice spot. I think what I'm going to do instead is raise my periapsis so that this entire orbit is in the zone between the two radiation belts. There's a little bit of belt crossing maybe up towards the top and the bottom here, but I think that's a nice, relatively radiation-free, or at least less radiation-intense orbit. That's a 300 meter per second burn, and then yeah, another burn like that will get them back down. They still have 687 meters per second. That's the burn we're going to do. We're going to do this burn right here. Right here, we're going to do the burn. We don't need trajectories anymore. You're being turned off. We are opening up KOS. We're switching back to our vessel. Oh no, this vessel doesn't have the X-Man script aboard because it doesn't have enough hard drive space. What's the... That throttle's at full. Okay, let's run that. Let's get to that burn. I do this for station rendezvous all the time, aerobraking, in previous Let's Plays. That's why I like doing it. So my typical spot for a station, I hear talk of station in the chat, is to put a station below this first radiation belt in an equatorial orbit. And then what I'll do is use aerobraking to bring down my apoapsis as much as I dare, and then just complete the rendezvous from low orbit, as opposed to, you know, using all of that fuel. It works really well for rendezvous with stations, is what I'm getting at. So this was a good proof of concept for aerobraking. Learned something about the Trajectories mod that they added, how to use the cache there to make your computer not run so slow. But I'm thinking this burn puts us in a nice orbit. They have to be up here for a week. So that is simply another 4 days. So we'll leave them up here for 4 days to complete this be in an orbit for a week contract. And then we'll bring them back down. But this is going to finish off, for today at least, the mission of Jebediah and Michael. Okay, this is done. One last look at this orbit. I like it. I like it. That was some wonderful orbital maneuvering there. Jebediah, you were showing yourself to be a master pilot. Again, we're just going to put this on a nice orientation for the solar panels. And according to this, they have... Wait a minute. What's going on here? Orbit for 1 week, orbiting for 7 days, 3 days... Well, orbit for 7 days, there's probably supposed to be a colon there. And we have 3 days, almost 4 days left. That makes perfect sense. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alarm. I just saw this 7 days, 3 days, but I think there just needs to be a colon right there. We're going to add an alarm. This is going to be just a hard alarm. We're going to set it for 3 days. And 15... Oh, wait, let me get this right. 3 days, 5 hours, and let's say 15 minutes. And that will be a good alarm to say you need to get back up and get these folks back down. But in the meantime, we got to get ourselves back to Bill and Other Michael in Mission 2 and finish them off. And then I think that's going to finish off this stream. Oh my gosh, we spent this entire stream, pretty much the entire stream, in space. Okay, so these folks, all I need to do is get Michael O back down to... Oh no, we're still flybying the moon. Oh yes, of course. Why am I in this orientation? I thought I should have fixed... Ugh. Luckily these guys still are okay for electricity. And let's unselect this as a target. That's giving us that. There we go. I don't want to look at you no more. I really don't want to look at you no more. There we go. And let's get off those radiation belts. There we go. Okay, so we are coming to the moon in an hour and 16 minutes. Let's do that. Can we see the moon coming at us? That's Kerbin. I don't know where the moon is. It's somewhere. Let's just do this. Where are you, moon? I think we're coming from... Oh, there we go. We're coming from way below. The other Terrier just crossed a radiation belt. But they're briefly crossing belts just at the poles. I'll keep an eye on their radiation. All right. Oh my golly. See, I don't know about you, but when I see trajectories, like, I love this. That's when you know you're doing a good job, when you see stuff like that. Okay. Alright, so we are blasting towards the moon. But what we need to do, before we get too carried away, is we have this 207 meter per second burn here at periapsis to calm down the amount that the moon is influencing us. And that's to just get our periapsis down to here. Yeah, I think we can just flat out conduct that. So again, we'll just make sure thrust is good. Now, I do want to pay attention because I do want to do an EVA report if I have time in low space. So let's get ourselves down there. We're going to be whipping by the moon pretty fast, though. I'm nervous about overcooking, over time warping. And time warping past. Okay. Alright, we're just going to watch this and... Oh, was it? I can't remember what low space is. We can see it once it starts doing a crew report. Because it'll start doing a crew report at low space. I think it's 60 something kilometers. I honestly can't remember. Still 5 minutes from the burn. If this gets too close to the burn, I'm not going to do the EVA report. Oh, we are in low space. We're doing it. Okay, Michael, get out there. EVA report. EVA report. Remember, the EVA report takes a minute to do, too. For science! For science, Michael! Okay, 20 seconds left. And yeah, I had played years ago with the Interstellar mod. I'm asked in the comments if I've ever played with the Interstellar mod, and that was yes. Many moons ago I did. Many moons. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love a lot of the parts that come with Kerbal Interstellar, especially nuclear jet engines and those kind of things. They are awesome. Okay, we're going to get to here, and we're going to run our Xman script to perform this burn. There it goes. Woo! Ah, we're still 2 minutes from the burn. It wasn't that scary. Alright, EVA port was transmitted. Another 20 science. Getting a lot of mileage out of these little ships. Believe it or not, this is helping us get closer to Kerbin. It's hard to see that from here, but it is. It looks like we're completely burning the wrong direction. And okay, come on, 10 seconds. Let's go. Go, go, go. Three and 2 and 1. There it goes. Blasting over the surface of the moon. All right. Right over the poles we go. So we're going to be exiting. We're now in this orbit. Good. Our apoapsis is coming ahead of us. That is great. And so right at apoapsis here, I'm going to do the final burn. This should be the last burn of this stream. And we're just going to bring that periapsis down into the atmosphere. That's a little too much. About 35 kilometers I always find works well from the moon. That looks pretty good. That's a 69 meter per second burn. Still 268 meters per second left in the vessel, so we are doing great. And that burn's coming up in just an hour and 40 minutes, and then we'll be entering into Kerbin's atmosphere in about a day and a half. How long is it? These folks actually, they can't have been in space. No, they haven't. They've been in space for 4 days too. These are some healthy missions. Considering before today, sorry, I need to get this oriented for the solar panels again. Before today, my space missions were measured in minutes, not in days. Okay, we are warping to this maneuver. Let's do this. Bye, moon. Bye, moon. Okay, and we got to run that X-Man script. A little slow on the draw there. There we go. Getting ready to perform the burn. Now watch our periapsis from here. Again, I want that about 35 kilometers. Still plenty of ignitions. Still almost 18 minutes of burn time in that engine, despite of all the shenanigans we've been doing. So, yeah, this is going to be a happy ship for me. Very happy with this. All right, let's time warp just a little bit. Okay. See how this does. I find my script doesn't do as well with really short burns, so we'll see. I can always tweak this. Oh, heck. 34.5 kilometer periapsis. That should work very well. Again, get ourselves ready for some solar panel exposure. And you know what? I'm going to use alarm clock just one more time and add an alarm for 10 minutes before periapsis just to make sure I don't overcook this one. And oh my gosh, I can't... This can't be right. Okay, Moonar 4. What state's Moonar 4 in? I got an alarm for another moon probe. But I don't think so. Where I can check on these things here. Moonar 4 is right here. Is Moonar 4 anywhere near doing its seismic scan? Oh, it's not far off. It's only a day away. Oh, that's got to be for next. So when this seismic scan is done, this is Moonar 4 is sitting on the surface of the moon. It's almost done. I think it takes over 14 days to do the seismic scan. It's almost done, and then I'm going to try and move it to another biome. But you know what? I think that's going to have to be for next week. We got too much stuff going. We're just going to finish this off. So this is Terrier 1 Mission 2 info. Let's warp to this maneuver. Here we come. Here we come. How are these folks doing for their radiation exposure? 3%, for Bill, 1% for Michael, because of course Michael hasn't been in this as much. They're getting a little stressed, 1% stressed, but you know. Oh, there it is. There was our seismic scan right on schedule. Let's not delete this alarm. I gotta remember to come back to here, but I'm gonna do that. That's something to start the next episode at. So much going on. So much going on. Get rid of the alarm clock now. 5.5 day mission. Almost a week. They almost are fulfilling this 1 week contract. And it wasn't me even trying. It was just they did so much. Okay. Okay, let's get ourselves ready here. So we're going to lose this. And that's it. I always have to remember how much electricity this... Oh, it has 200 units of electricity on the top. Should be okay. Always got to remember that there's no SAS built into this thing. So, it just tumbles. But it is weighted so that it will orient itself in a retrograde direction all on its own. So right now, it's just purely ballistics. We are on our way down. Hopefully, we'll land somewhere that's not too scary dangerous. Oh, we got explosions up ahead. Our service module, we got heat. I don't like heat. Don't give me heat. Hopefully we'll land somewhere that's not too roly-poly. That's the downside of these round pods, is landing on the side of a hill. Alright, we are coming down. Collecting any sort of data? I don't think so. And nighttime. At least we got a few lights. Okay, parachutes. Looks pretty flat down there. I don't know if this is going to be shores. I think it's going to be shores. That's kind of unfortunate because I've definitely done surface samples and the like on shores. Might be grasslands. We'll see when we get down there. A little faster. Come on. And we got ourselves another engineer and a buttload of science too, I think. Okay. Ah, it's taking so long. I'm at 4 times speed and it's still taking time to get down there. Not sure. Where's our crew report? Info. Flying low. Oh, yes, that's right. Crew reports aren't biome specific. That's why. Okay, we are down. Ah! 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 No, no. Oh, jeez. I have no control of this. Bailed him. EVA. Oh, dear. That was a mistake. Nope, nope, nope. EVA. Don't get run over. Don't get run over. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. That scared the heck out of me. I'm not sure if EVAing was a smart thing or not. There are things blowing up. I'm not sure. Those might be lights. But we're okay. Here's Michael. And here's Bill. We're all right. Did the prod explode? No, I guess they would have been okay. Looks like it's settling down. Do we have EVA reports that we can do? We do! Where are we? We're in grasslands. Okay. So we'll do that EVA report and that surface sample in the grasslands. Everybody's okay. When I was seeing the explosions, it was scaring me. But no, we're here. We're good.